Welcome to Nelsonville-York Sports Network, brought to you by McFadden Insurance.
Welcome back to Nelsonville-York football live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. We are live from Boston Field here on the campus of Nelsonville-York High School in beautiful Buckdale, Ohio. Real quick, we want to shout out all of the sponsors that help make these streams possible. The Rocky Outdoor Gear Store, Nick Station, Air Claws Heating and Cooling, Farmers Bank, McFadden Insurance, Tri-County Career Center, Cajun Island at the Bridge, which will be opening in late November, First National Bank, the Gem Sports Bar, Hocking Valley Motors, Qdoba, and the Lodge at Hocking College. Your Buckeyes come into this contest 6-0, picking up a big win last week down at Meggs. Wellston, the Golden Rockets, come in with a record of 1-5. Noah, what are you looking forward to here tonight?
The main thing I'm looking forward to is seeing Buckeye running back Austin Gautier potentially get to 1,000 yards on the season. He is currently at 879 over the past 6 games, and he is averaging about 150 per game. The stats tell you he'll probably get to that 1,000-yard mark in this one. Other milestones to look out for tonight. Caleb Layton is at 7 sacks, 28 tackles for loss. He could potentially get to 30 and 10 for tackles for loss and sacks by the end of tonight. Caleb Layton has been just absolutely living rent-free in the other team's backfield all season. Has over half of his team's total tackles and sacks.
The first computer rankings for the OHSAA playoffs came out this week. Your Buckeyes are ranked number 3 in Division 5, Region 19. Ironton and Wheelersburg ahead of them. Also ranked top 12 in that Region 19 of Division 5 is Colgrove, who the Buckeyes already played this season and picked up a fairly big win against.
At this level, every single game matters. Even the games you think are easy wins, hey, they still matter. And who knows? That team might end up ranked and might boost your ranking a little bit too. Not that Colgrove was. I mean, we knew that was a strong matchup going into that game. But it's just really good to see them in that position to succeed for the rest of the season.
Some other teams that the Buckeyes have played that are also ranked. Down in Division 7, Waterford and Trimble, both in the same region, are at number 5 and number 6. And then in Division 3, as the team we look forward to in Week 10, Athens at 6-0 is ranked number 11 in their region for Division 3.
Yeah, and that's going to be just such an exciting game. Very much looking forward to that Athens game. A couple weeks away, but still.
We will be right back, and when we come back, we'll continue with this pregame coverage.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
Hello, I'm Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started to help 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York Township Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
It takes determination to create a successful business. It's never easy, but always worth it. It takes making a leap of faith. It takes patience and late nights to reinvest in a startup. But it also takes asking for guidance from dependable people. all to turn a dream into a reality. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Athens County football fans, Tuesday nights just got even better. It's the Athens County High School Football Coaches Show, live from the Gem Sports Bar, presented by Rocky Outdoor Gear Store on Pure Rock 105 WXTQ. Every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. Join us as we talk from coaches from across Athens County about Friday night matchups, highlight the athletes making big plays, and give you the inside scoop on high school football all season long. Be part of the action and watch the show live at the Gem Sports Bar. Enjoy great food, cold drinks, and connect with fellow fans, players, and coaches. And if you can't make it in person, tune in each week to catch every interview, preview, and highlight as Athens County High School football takes center stage. The Athens County High School Football Coaches Show, Tuesdays at 6 from the Gem Sports Bar, proudly presented by Rocky Outdoor Gear Store. A special thanks to our additional sponsors, McFadden Insurance, Tri-County Career Center, Century Farm Market, Hocking Valley Motors, and David White Services.
Welcome back to Nelsonville-York Football, live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. We are excited for another night of Buckeye football here on a gorgeous Friday night in Buckdale, Ohio.
Yeah, these Buckeyes, once again, coming off of a very strong match last week. One thing that I know you talked with Coach Rusty Richards about was their penalties in the second half last week.
Yeah, when I got the chance to sit down and talk with him this week, he really talked about how last week they left a lot of points on the board off of penalties, just stalling and killing their drives, or the turnovers that they had that, just killed the momentum. They had 3 turnovers and a plethora of holding and false start penalties that just killed their drives.
Yeah, and we saw that a little bit at the beginning of the season, but usually it would be happening in the first halves. And we would see a very strong immediate adjustment in the second half after a good locker room talk from Coach Richards.
And that is one of the things that he said that they are really looking forward to working on the next couple of weeks, is getting rid of those holding penalties. And they just really want to work on themselves and what they got wrong the past couple of weeks, looking forward to the next couple of weeks and that big Week 10 matchup against Athens, and then hopefully looking into the playoffs.
Yeah, and it's, they're 6 games in without a loss. It's looking pretty good for these Buckeyes.
As we said earlier, they are the number 3 ranked team in Division 5, Region 19. When I talked to Coach Richards about that, he really was like, that's probably the highest we're going to get. Ironton and Wheelersburg are both really tough teams. Don't really see us surpassing either one of them. But they really just want to work on getting that first-round bye. That first-round bye is real big for them because it gives them a week to kind of recover, gives them a week to go out and scout, and just having that extra week of prep is huge this late in the season.
Well, it's not just the prep. This is a very physical game, and, these guys are young. They bounce back quicker than, say, a 40-year-old quarterback would, but still that 1 week of extra rest and not just physical rest but mental rest, being able to prepare yourself in that aspect as well is incredibly important in the playoffs.
Tonight should be a good game. Wellston coming in 1-5. They won their opener against Oak Hill. They won 26-14. Week 2, they traveled down to Piketon. They lost 50-8. Week 3, they lost at South Point 24-6. Week 4, they hosted Trimble. Trimble got the win 40-0. In Week 5, they traveled over to Alexander and lost 46-20. And then last week, they hosted River Valley and they lost to River Valley 3-0. River Valley snapping that, 28-game losing streak?
Yeah, it was 3-ish years. Which it's really good for that school, that team to finally get that huge weight off of your shoulders and maybe look towards the future if you're a Raider.
Want to give a quick update on the quarterback from Meggs last week. If any of you were watching the stream last week, you saw him go down with an injury. He was diagnosed with a concussion this past week. Thankfully, it wasn't a super serious one, so he's working on going through that concussion protocol and working on getting back to play. From what I heard is he will be out tonight, but has a targeted return date of next Friday. So just wanted to give you guys an update on that.
Yeah, that's really great to hear.
And looking forward for the Buckeyes, they've got 3 more games after tonight. But Coach Richards really emphasized that they wanted to work on just some of the little things going forward and just shoring up those penalties, their PATs, their kickoff and punt coverage and returns.
Yeah, that special teams coverage has really needed to step up. Obviously, it's not costing them games to this point, but there has been a lot of big plays on special teams for the opposing teams to the Buckeyes, and we haven't gotten that many for ourselves.
Your Buckeyes getting ready to take the field for this Week 7 action. It is homecoming night here in Bucknell, and here come your Buckeyes, the number 3 ranked team in Division 5, Region 19, holding a record of 6-0. They are coming out onto the field. Should be a good game tonight for the Buckeyes. One thing that Coach Richards mentioned is that they are going to be looking to get their sophomore quarterback, Grant Elliott, some snaps here the next couple of weeks. He's gotten some, snaps. He's starting quarterback for their JV game. We've seen him out there, throw some passes. He had that beautiful fake field goal touchdown to get the big win over Waterford. So we will probably see him tonight at some point. He ran a whole series last week at Meggs. So just be on the lookout to see the sophomore quarterback getting some reps tonight.
Yeah, and that's really good for the future of this team. Get him used to the varsity pace, tempo, and make sure you have someone that you are sure can still lead your team to a victory if something wrong happens.
It's almost kickoff time here at Boston Field. It looks like the Buckeyes will, I believe, be returning. So the Wellston Golden Rockets will kick off to your Nelsonville-York Buckeyes to get this contest started tonight. We are looking for these Buckeyes to keep their winning streak going, looking to improve to 7-0. Wellston looking to get their second win of the season.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's matchup between Division 3 Wellston Golden Rockets.
Deep to return this kick for the Buckeyes will be Alec Thompson and Walker Stone.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, from Nelsonville-York Boston Field, it is
Alec Thompson, a phenomenal performance last week at the wide receiver position. Just had probably his best game up to this point in the season. He's at 270 yards so far on the season, over 16 receptions, and he might cross that 300 threshold tonight. Might even go further than that.
And I believe to kick away for the Golden Rockets, that will be their senior, Scott Davis. He will be kicking it away for the Golden Rockets. And we are officially underway here at Boston Field. Week 7 action. The kick was kind of a squib kick, and that was Holden Hodgson on the return. Buckeyes will have great starting field position here tonight.
Yeah, to get it right away on your own 34 is, that's standard in the NFL nowadays, but it's still really good field position.
And we will see this Buckeye offense, who has been absolutely electric so far this season, anchored by their star senior running back, Austin Gautier.
Yeah, and we're just watching and waiting for him to cross that 1,000 yards for today, or for the season, I mean.
Buckeyes going into that I formation, Gautier and Cunningham in the backfield. Cameron Sullivan goes under center. They fake the handoff, rolls out to his left. Quarterback will scramble. He will pick up the first down, and he will get a lot more. He will potentially go all the way. He's got one man to beat. He beats him, and it will be a opening play touchdown for your Nelsonville-York Buckeyes. Cameron Sullivan taking it to the house.
incredible decision-making from him and incredible leg work from Cameron Sullivan on that play.
That would be a 60-yard touchdown run for Cameron Sullivan. He had one man to beat, and that was Aiden Arthur of the Golden Rockets, was deep for them and just could not make the tackle. And the Buckeyes, one play, one score. That is a 6-0 lead here for the Buckeyes. Elliott lines up for the PAT. The snap comes. Hold is down, kick is up, and it is good. Buckeyes take a 7-0 lead here in the first quarter, and we'll be right back to Buckeye football.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
And welcome back to Nelsonville-York Football live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. Cameron Sullivan only needed one play before he got into the end zone, and that will be a 7-0 lead for your Buckeyes.
A 67-yard rush from Sullivan there. I'm not sure. Did he get a broken tackle? That last tackle, that last defender out over there, I'm not sure if he fell down or if it was a broken.
And the kick is away. The Wellston Golden Rockets return. That was Grayson Seitz on the return, the senior for the Golden Rockets. And this is where we will see their offense take over for the first time tonight. They will have it 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line.
Yeah, great special teams coverage by Nelsonville. They're able to knock the Golden Rocket out at the 28.
Wellston Golden Rockets, their offense has struggled a little bit this season, being shut out in 2 of their 6 games. And in 2 of their games, they've only been able to muster 6 and 8 points. We will see what they can do here tonight. In at quarterback is Wes Bridges, and they hand it off up the middle. Will fall forward for about 1 or 2 yards on the carry. That was Josh Clarkson on the carry for the Golden Rockets. It will officially be a gain of 2. And it'll bring up 2nd and 8 here for the Golden Rockets. They go into the shotgun formation. 1 receiver out to the quarterback's left, 2 to his right. He's got Clarkson in the backfield with him, and they hand it right back to him. He goes up the middle and will pick up about another 2 yards. And it'll bring up 3rd and about 6 here for the Golden Rockets. They will go hurry up, empty backfield, 3 receivers out to the right, 2 to the left, as they have it 3rd and 6 here on the 32-yard line. We have a man in motion that is Josh Clarkson. He will go line up into the backfield in the shotgun formation with the quarterback.
Josh Clarkson, we were talking to the radio team for Wellston. He brought up that Josh Clarkson is at about 700 yards rushing, has yet to get a touchdown on this season. That could be another player highlight that we could be looking forward to in this one.
The Golden Rockets will take an early timeout here in the first quarter. Kind of early for a timeout. I don't know if there was some miscommunication there between the sideline and the quarterback as they are trying to go for it here on a 3rd and 6 on their first possession of the night.
Yeah, and if you're Wellston, you're just hoping that timeout does not come back to bite you later in this first half, especially with them starting the second half with the ball. That timeout could be crucial in this game.
Don't know if there was just miscommunication. They had Clarkson go in motion late, but didn't really get anything. The play clock dwindled down, so they were forced to take the time out. We will see what they do here on this 3rd and 6 with about 10.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Offense comes back out onto the field, and they will go back into the shotgun formation. Briggs at quarterback and shotgun. He's got Clarkson to his – no, he will go under center as he has 2 receivers out to his right, 2 to his left. One man goes in motion. They fake the handoff. The motion man was Bailey Ousley, and they decide to hand it right back to Clarkson. He goes up the middle and won't pick up anything, and it'll be a 4th down for the Golden Rockets.
Yep, Caleb Layton right there gets his arms around him and just brings him straight to the ground. And that is what we've been seeing from Layton all season. Just phenomenal on that defensive line.
The Golden Rockets look like they might go for it here. They go into shotgun. We saw Megs try this, but they punted it, but they will actually go for it. And the quarterback will try to scramble and pick it up. He will get to the line of scrimmage before being taken down by
Caleb Layton again. He has just been incredible. And now the Buckeyes are set up with incredible field position on their own 34-yard line.
Caleb Layton, like you said early in our pregame, he is living rent-free in the backfield of opposing teams. Buckeyes have it 1st and 10 at the Golden Rocket 34-yard line. Incredible field position for their second drive of the day. They go into that I formation. 1 receiver out to the right, 1 to the left. They go right back to Gautier. He will make several guys miss, and he will get close to a 1st down. We will see where they spot him. They will officially give him the 1st down. So that was about 10 yards on the carry for Gautier. It's a big 1st down for the Buckeyes. They go back into this formation, 2 backs in the backfield, Gautier and Cunningham. 2 receivers out, 1 to the right, 1 to the left. They go to Cunningham this time. He finds the hole and plows forward, picks up about 7 on the carry. On the tackle for the Golden Rockets was Silas Walburn, the freshman linebacker for the Golden Rockets, getting in there and making a crucial tackle.
Yeah, you love to see that from a freshman.
And it'll be 2nd down here for the Buckeyes. 1 receiver out wide to the left, 1 to the right. They go back to Gautier in the backfield, and he gets a great block out wide, and that'll be a touchdown for the Buckeyes. Alec Thompson secured a great block on the outside that gave Gautier that corner and able to pick up a touchdown. It is 13-0 Buckeyes.
And that is Austin Gautier's 10th touchdown on this season. Just absolutely incredible.
Gautier with an 18-yard rushing touchdown. That'll put the Buckeyes on top, 13-0.
And that puts them over 900 yards for the season. 93 to that big 1K.
And we set up for the PAT. Snap was good. Hold down, kick up, and it is good. Grant Elliott tacking on another extra point. 14-0. Your Buckeyes on top, and we'll be right back.
I'm Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division of Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started to help 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York Township Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
Welcome back to Nelsonville-York football live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. Austin Gautier getting into the end zone on a 16-yard touchdown rush puts the Buckeyes up 14-0 with 8 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Yep, 2 scores off of a total of 4 plays for the Buckeye offense.
And we get ready to kick away again. Kickoff is away. And deep to return for the Rockets is Grayson Seitz. And he will not get very far. He'll get out to about the 25-yard line. Got here on the tackle for the Buckeyes. The Golden Rockets went 4 and out on their first drive. Tried to convert a 4th and 6. Quarterback did not make it very far. But that is we'll bring up first down here for the Golden Rockets here. We will see their offense here for the second time from the 25-yard line. They're letting this play clock trickle down again. Might be forced into another timeout here. The play clock is at double zeros. And they reset it back to the 25 as that's what it should have been. 2 receivers out wide. They try to hand it off on the end around, and it is a fumble, and the Buckeyes recover. Didn't see who made the recovery, but that was a fumbled end around handoff from the quarterback to Bailey Ousley, the junior wide receiver, and it will set the Buckeyes up with great field position here for their 3rd drive in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, we're only 3.5 minutes in, and they're already on their 3rd possession in the opponent's red zone. Just game's moving very quickly.
Buckeyes have it, 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. Handoff does not go to Gautier. They pitch out to Walker Stone, and Walker Stone breaks the tackle, gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Walker Stone with a 22-yard running touchdown puts the Buckeyes on top, 20-0. Another one-play possession for the Buckeyes.
5 plays, 3 scores. Who could want anything else if you're a Buckeye fan? Just utter domination in these first couple minutes of the game.
Buckeyes on top, 20-0. 8 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the game. Grant Elliott trots out for his 3rd PAT attempt of the quarter. Snap will come. It'll be down. Kick is up. And right through the uprights, it is good. That is 21-0. Your Buckeyes on top. We'll be right back with more Buckeye action.
It takes determination to create a successful business. It's never easy, but always worth it. It takes making a leap of faith. It takes patience and late nights to reinvest in a startup. But it also takes asking for guidance from dependable people. All to turn a dream into a reality. People's Bank. Working together, building success.
Welcome back to Nelsonville-York football live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. Walker Stone with the 22-yard touchdown run puts the Buckeyes on top, 21-0, with 8 minutes and 21 seconds to go here in the first quarter. As we await the kickoff, deep to return for the Golden Rockets is their senior wide receiver, Grayson Seitz. And to kick for the Buckeyes is their junior quarterback, Cameron Sullivan. First kick was a booming one, and it set the Golden Rockets back deep in their own zone. We will see where he kicks it this time, see if they try to go right back to the return man or if they try to avoid him. We'll see. Kick is away, and it is a booming kick right at Seitz. And he will struggle picking it up, and he will fall on it at right around the 10-yard line. Looked like it bounced out of his hands, and he couldn't locate it and just was able to fall on it right before the coverage team got down there.
Yeah, if you're that head coach, you're just, I mean, you're upset that he dropped it, but you're relieved that he was able to find it and fall on it before a Buckeye could get over there.
The Rockets will trot back out. They have it 1st and 10 from their own 9-yard line. We are still at 8 minutes and 17 seconds to play here in the first quarter.
And if you're watching us on YouTube, I would just like to say we had a bot in the chat. Don't click on any links and any comments on there.
Back to the action. The Golden Rockets go into shotgun. 2 receivers out wide to the left and 1 to the right, and they hand the ball off up the middle to Josh Clarkson, and he will pick up nothing on the play, and they'll give him about a yard, actually. So it will move the line of scrimmage just a little bit, and it'll bring up a 2nd and long. They are really relying on their rushing game here with Josh Clarkson, the senior, really anchoring this offense for the Golden Rockets.
Yeah, I'm curious if they're going to start to mix things up now that they are down 3 scores in the first 5 minutes. You want to see them try to be a little more. Oh,
they go into shotgun, pass out wide. The intended receiver was Bailey Ousley, the junior wide receiver for the Golden Rockets, unable to haul it in. And it'll bring up 3rd and long here for the Golden Rockets.
And that was Alec Thompson in coverage, a player who was very productive last week on both sides of the ball, or all 3 phases, really. He had some big plays on special teams as well, some big pass breakups, some big did he get an interception?
I don't remember who picked it up for him last week. But the Golden Rockets go into shotgun. Fake the handoff, go screen pass, and it is low at the feet of the wide receiver. Bailey Ousley intended for that screen pass, and incomplete. It'll bring up 4th and long for the Golden Rockets. Not sure if they're going to be willing to go for it deep in their own zone. They tried on their first possession to go for it, didn't convert, and it set the Buckeyes up with great field position. Looks like they will go into punt formation here. Returning for the Buckeyes is Holden Hodgson, and he is standing at the Golden Rocket 40-yard line. Not expecting a deep punt. Deep to punt for the Golden Rockets is Scott Davis. He is in his own end zone. That is where he is punting from. See if the Buckeyes won't really bring pressure. Ooh, it does get tipped. And into the backfield for the Buckeyes was number 73, Caleb Layton.
Incredible. I don't think there's anything else to say about Caleb Layton this season other than incredible. He has just been tearing through as if no one could block him all season long, and that was no exception right there. We talked at the beginning of the show about them cleaning up their special teams, and I think already in this first couple minutes of this first quarter, we have seen them very successfully fix those issues.
Refs telling Holden Hodgson to get off the field and fix his jersey. Grant Elliott will trot out there to replace him. The Buckeyes will probably go back to that I formation. Caleb Layton was the only man who rushed on that punt. And I mean, he was a one-man wrecking crew, got into the backfield, tipped that punt, and set up the Buckeyes here with great field position. Cameron Sullivan drops back to pass, throws it out wide. Walker Stone catches, makes a man miss into the end zone for a touchdown. Walker Stone picking up his 2nd touchdown of the evening.
Yeah, he has been missed in the passing game over these past couple weeks. He had a great start and has been a little bit quiet over the past 2 weeks, but they are clearly fixing that in this one. 2 touchdowns already for him, 15 receiving yards, and 22 rushing yards.
Elliott trots out for his 4th PAT attempt of the first quarter. The snap goes, hold down, kick up, and it is good. Buckeyes on top, 28-0, and we'll be right back with more Nelsonville-York football.
I'm Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division of Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started to help 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York Township Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
Welcome back to Nelsonville-York football live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. We are still in the first quarter as your Buckeyes on top 28-0. Walker Stone picking up his second touchdown of the evening with a 15-yard touchdown catch. Put the Buckeyes on top 28-0. Cameron Sullivan out to kick away for the Buckeyes. Deep to return for the Golden Rockets is Grayson Seitz. It's been all Buckeyes so far here in this first quarter, and the kick is away. It'll be over to the left side of the field. Returning is River Wyatt, the sophomore for the Golden Rockets. He dropped back to catch it. The kickoff previous, the Golden Rockets muffed it and struggled to even fall on it. They were set up at the 9-yard line. A little bit more breathing room here on this possession.
Although they did muff it, he did a great job recovering from it that time, and to be able to get it from the 25-yard line after not having it in your hands for the first 5 seconds of the play is really good.
And we will see the Golden Rocket offense back out on the field. They have it at their own 24-yard line as we are just over 7 minutes to play here in the first quarter. And the Rockets will hand it off. A great run so far. Best run of the day so far for Josh Clarkson, their senior running back, who they will rely on much of this game. He will pick up about 7 on the play, and it'll bring up 2nd and 3 for the Wellston Golden Rockets. And here comes the offense. They will line back up into the shotgun. Quarterback Wes Bridges, flanked by Clarkson in the backfield with him. He's got 2 receivers out wide to his left, 1 to his right. And they go right back to Clarkson, and he is met by 3 Buckeyes. In on the tackle is Caleb Layton and Noah Lode. And it will bring up 3rd and 3. Call it no gain on the play as we approach 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter. This Golden Rocket offense trying to pick up their first down of the evening. They have 2 receivers lined up to the right, 1 out wide to the left. In the backfield is Clarkson, and they will give it to him. Breaks through a hole, picks up a great chunk of yardage, and gets into Buckeye territory. And that was Dakota Cunningham in on the tackle for the Buckeyes. And that is a massive play for the Golden Rocket offense.
Yeah, finally some momentum starting to go their way. That is their first down, I believe, of the game. And just hopefully they can build on that, maybe try to make the game a little more competitive.
Not only do they pick up a first down, but they get it, or they're just on the verge of Buckeye territory. They have it at the 48-yard line. Back into that shotgun formation, and they go right back to Clarkson. Runs up the left side, gets out wide, gets into Buckeye territory, and he will pick up about 6 on the carry. And it will set up the Golden Rockets at the Buckeye 45-yard line as we have 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, it seems like they're finding a lot more success running to the tackles than up the middle as they were before.
First snap in Buckeye territory for the Golden Rockets as they will go back to that shotgun formation. 2 receivers trot out to the right, 1 to the left. Clarkson in the backfield with quarterback Wes Briggs. And they fake the handoff over the middle and incomplete. That was intended receiver Bailey Oosley, the junior, had to reach out with one hand, could not pull it in. That was a great play call by the Golden Rockets. If he could have had it, that would have set them up deep into Buckeye territory. But as it stands, it will be 3rd and 3 from the 45-yard line. Golden Rockets come back out into that same shotgun formation. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Clarkson in the backfield. They hand it to him. He picks up another first down and will get down to about the 36, 35-yard line. And it will be another first down for this Golden Rocket offense, seeming to find some momentum here on this late quarter drive.
Yeah, I mean, Clarkson's finding his groove. They are getting into, well, I hate to say groove again, I just said it, but they are getting into a groove on the run game. I need to buy a thesaurus. But finally some momentum starting to build up for them.
And they have it at the Buckeye 35-yard line as we have 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Fake the handoff out wide, screen pass, trying to hurdle the defender. That was receiver Grayson Seitz. Tried to go up and over. I believe that was Caleb Layton he tried to hurdle, and it did not work out for him.
No, he's the tallest person on the team.
And he will lose a yard on the play. Call it another tackle for loss for Caleb Layton.
Maybe tied for tallest.
Didn't really try to hurdle him, just tried to jump over him.
Yeah, it looked more like a dive. He was more horizontal.
As it stands, it will be 2nd and 11 from the 36 for the Golden Rockets. They go into the shotgun formation. 2 receivers out wide to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end lines up on the right side. Looking to the sideline, and the Golden Rockets will take another timeout, I believe. Yep, they will take their second timeout, and we will take one with them. We'll be right back with more Buckeye football.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
Welcome back to Boston Field. You're watching Nelsonville-York football live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. Buckeyes on top, 28-0 with 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter, but the Golden Rockets putting together a very solid drive. They have it at the 36-yard line, their best possession so far of the day. They've gotten several first downs and gotten across the 50 into Buckeye territory, looking to get their first score of the day here. The Rockets trot back out. In shotgun is quarterback Wes Briggs, and he is flanked by his favorite running back, Josh Clarkson. He's got 2 receivers out to his left, 1 to his right. He will drop back to pass, and he is looking, and he will get sacked. And guess who? Caleb Layton back into the backfield, picking up a sack for the Buckeyes.
His 8th sack, his 30th tackle for loss on this season. Just, again, incredible. There's not much else to say about it.
And it will bring up 3rd and 20 for the Golden Rockets at the Buckeye 45-yard line. What a play by Caleb Layton.
Yeah, just incredible.
Again, living rent-free in the backfield of other teams, and forces the Golden Rockets into a 3rd and 20 with 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 2 receivers out to the right. Motion man goes out wide right, 1 to the left. Quarterback drops back and is immediately pressured. A little screen pass to the running back, Josh Clarkson, and he will go nowhere. It'll bring up 4th and 21 for the Golden Rockets.
Yeah, that might count as an assist for Layton, but that was another tackle for loss.
The Golden Rockets officially lose 1 yard on the play. It's definitely a designed screen pass to let some of the defensive rushers get past and try to get a dump off to pick up some yardage. It did not end up working out, and will be 4th and 21. The Golden Rockets line up to punt. Deep to return for the Buckeyes is Holden Hodgson. Punting for the Golden Rockets is Scott Davis. Snap was a little bit high. Punt goes away, and it will bounce out of bounds And the Buckeyes will have fairly decent position as they get it at their own 31-yard line.
Is that the first time they're in their own?
That is the first time that they will be starting in their own half of the field, as we have 1 minute and 29 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
I think they did have one that started at the 34 on this side.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe that opening kickoff.
Right, yeah, the opening kickoff, duh.
They had it at the 35 or 40-yard line, and that's when, I think it was the 34-yard line, and that's when quarterback Cameron Sullivan, one play, took it to the house to get the scoring opened for the Buckeyes.
Yeah. Let's see if they keep that efficiency or try to burn down some clock here.
First down Buckeyes from their own 34-yard line. They go into that I formation. Two receivers out wide to the left. Grant Elliott in at quarterback for the Buckeyes. Coach Richard said he wants to get him some snaps here tonight in varsity games. Gautier, I believe, was the running back, and he gets stuffed immediately by Josh Clarkson of the Golden Rockets.
They're going to mark that a loss of 4 for Gautier.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 14 for the Buckeyes. Elliott will stay out there at quarterback as he goes into that I formation. And they fake the handoff. He rolls out to his right, hits Dakota Cunningham on the reception. Pardon me, I believe that was Keegan Tomsha actually on the reception. And he will pick up a good chunk of yards and bring it to a 3rd and 7, I believe. It will be at the Buckeye 37-yard line. Elliott will stay out there at quarterback into shotgun. He's got two receivers wide to his left, and he rolls out to his left, throws deep down the field, has a receiver, and they call it a catch. Alec Thompson getting 2 feet in. That would have been a good reception in the NFL.
Yeah, that was just a really good center of balance to be able to do that.
Tomsha and Gautier blocking in the backfield for their quarterback, Grant Elliott, rolls out and makes a great pass, sets up the Buckeyes with a first down at the Golden Rocket 47-yard line. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Your Buckeyes on top, 28-0. We'll be right back with second quarter action.
It takes determination to create a successful business. It's never easy, but always worth it. It takes making a leap of faith. It takes patience and late nights to reinvest in a startup. But it also takes asking for guidance from dependable people. All to turn a dream into a reality. People's Bank. Working together, building success.
Welcome back to Nelsonville-York football live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. Your Buckeyes start the second quarter on top, 28-0, as they are putting together another solid drive here, led by backup quarterback Grant Elliott.
Yeah, he's had 2 pass attempts already and has looked pretty good with both of them. First play got blown up. That was a handoff, and then 2 back-to-back completions. Really reassuring that he is, as we were talking about before, adjusting to the varsity level.
Elliott will stay in there at quarterback. He's got Tomsha and Gautier in the backfield with him. He's got 2 receivers lined up to his right. And they will fake the handoff, go screen pass out wide. That is Holden Hodgson on the reception. Breaking a tackle, getting out to the sideline before being forced out of bounds by 2 Rockets. That was Seitz and Ousley there to force him out of bounds, but not before picking up another first down. That is 2 first downs in a row for the Buckeyes. Elliott making passes on both of them. That was a nice little screen pass play there for the Buckeyes. First and 10 for the Buckeyes from the Golden Rocket 37-yard line. Elliott stays in there under center. In that I formation, the Buckeyes go. They hand off to Dakota Cunningham, who breaks through several tackles before being taken down for a gain of 8. And it'll bring up 2nd and 8 for the Buckeyes. I believe that was Scott Davis in on the tackle, the senior linebacker for the Golden Rockets. So it will be 2nd and 3. They spot him back at around the 30-yard line. So Buckeyes continuing this drive, anchored by Elliott. And it's a option play. Elliott fakes the pitch out to Gautier, and he will break deep into the red zone, picking up a first down for the Buckeyes, getting down to about the 13-yard line.
Yeah, another big QB run here. They've been very successful at running the quarterback over the past couple weeks. Cameron Sullivan has had multiple big runs, and I think Grant Elliott had another big one last week as well.
Buckeye offense picking up right where they left off in that first quarter, marching this ball down the field. Elliott staying in there at quarterback. He is really anchoring this drive here for the Buckeyes. He's got Gautier in the backfield with him lined up to his left as they go into shotgun. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Looking, quarterback rolls out to his right, and he will hit Gautier for a touchdown. That is another touchdown for your Nelsonville-York Buckeyes. Gautier getting his 2nd touchdown of the day. He had an earlier one in the first quarter, which was a 16-yard rush. This one a 13-yard pass reception.
Yeah, and that was only his 3rd reception on the year, as electric as he's been on the ground. Just not too many opportunities through the air, but he took it there and he capitalized on it.
This will bring up another PAT attempt here for Grant Elliott, his 5th of the evening, 1st of the second quarter. And the snap is down, hold good, kick up, and no good. He pushes it wide right. And that will put your Buckeyes on top 34-0. And we'll be right back with more Buckeye football.
Athens County football fans, Tuesday nights just got even better. It's the Athens County High School Football Coaches Show, live from the Gem Sports Bar, presented by Rocky Outdoor Gear Store on Pure Rock 105 WXTQ. Every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. Join us as we talk from coaches from across Athens County about Friday night matchups, highlight the athletes making big plays, and give you the inside scoop on high school football all season long. Be part of the action and watch the show live at the Gem Sports Bar. Enjoy great food, cold drinks, and connect with fellow fans, players, and coaches. And if you can't make it in person, tune in each week to catch every interview, preview, and highlight as Athens County High School football takes center stage. The Athens County High School Football Coaches Show, Tuesdays at 6 from the Gem Sports Bar, proudly presented by Rocky Outdoor Gear Store.
Welcome back to Nelsonville-York football, live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. Gautier with the passing reception from Grant Elliott, picking up the touchdown, putting us up on top 34-0. The Golden Rockets doing a little lateral play here. That was Jack McLinn on the initial reception, and he pitched it back to, I believe that was that was Grayson Seitz who he pitched it back to. And little trickery for the Golden Rockets, trying to get something kick-started here in the second quarter. Their last drive was really good before it stalled out after a couple Caleb Layton backfield blow-ups. So it will be 1st and 10 for the Golden Rockets from their own 30-yard line. Briggs at quarterback lines up in the shotgun formation. He's got Josh Clarkson to his left. 2 receivers out wide to his right. 2 to his left. Motion man goes. They hand it off. They pitch it back, looking deep down the field, and the pass is broken up. The initial pitch went to Scott Davis. He pitched it back to Bailey Ousley, who tried to complete a pass to Josh Clarkson, and it was broken up. Was that Gautier on the breakup?
It was Gautier. I think it was a deflection, technically. because it looked like he was in between the ball and the
However you want to
receiver.
score it, it brings up 2nd and 10 for the Golden Rockets.
And I like what they're doing on this offense. They are definitely trying to figure things out, see what's working and what's not. Just unfortunately for them, most of that stuff is not.
The handoff goes to Clarkson. He breaks a tackle before being taken down by Caleb Layton, but not before he picks up about 3 yards on the carry. So it'll bring up a 3rd and long for the Golden Rockets as we have a man down for the Golden Rockets. I believe that is Josh Clarkson, slow to get up. We will take an injury timeout, and we'll be right back with more Buckeye football.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
Welcome back to Buckeye Football live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. As we have that injury timeout, that was Josh Clarkson slow to get up. He was able to walk off onto the sideline. And it will be 3rd and 7 for the Golden Rockets as they trail 34-0 here with 9 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the second quarter. And Briggs will stay in at quarterback. He has with him in the backfield Achilles Ward, the freshman running back for the Golden Rockets. Snap goes, Briggs drops back, and he is blown up by about 4 Buckeyes, but getting in on the sack was Walker Stone, was the first man to make contact, and it'll bring up a 4th and long for the Golden Rockets.
Yeah, it looked like about the entire defensive line got to him.
Don't know if they were trying a little screenplay. Did not work, and it will be 4th and a while for the Golden Rockets. They will be backed up to their own 25. So it'll be 4th and 15 officially here for the Golden Rockets, and they will punt it away.
Yeah, their backfield has been open for business this entire game, and it has led to some huge moments for the Buckeyes.
It was a line drive punt. Fair catch called by Alec Thompson, and that will set the Buckeyes up right at their own 49-yard line, I believe is where they were going to call it. Or maybe they'll give it to him at the 50. No, they will spot it at the 49-yard line is where the Buckeye offense will take over. Cameron Sullivan coming back out as quarterback after Grant Elliott anchored a solid drive for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, he went 100% on his completions. He looked incredible.
He capped it off with a 13-yard touchdown pass to Austin Gautier. And that is how we are at 34-0. Clock continues to run. And they pitch it underneath. That is Alec Thompson on the carry. And he will get down deep into Golden Rocket territory before Scott Davis makes the touchdown-saving tackle.
And I believe that was Alec Thompson's first rush of this season, first rushing attempt.
And it spots the Buckeyes up with another first down deep into Golden Rocket territory. Sullivan goes into shotgun. Gautier in the backfield with him. He's got 2 receivers lined up to his left, 2 to his right. Out wide, he's got Hodgson and Thompson. And then on the right side, he's got Sneddon and Stone. And they do the same thing. Hand it right to Alec Thompson. And he will fall forward for about 7 yards, or I'll give him about 5 yards on the carry. We have an injured Buckeye. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsor.
It takes determination to create a successful business. It's never easy, but always worth it. It takes making a leap of faith. It takes patience and late nights to reinvest in a startup. But it also takes asking for guidance from dependable people. All to turn a dream into a reality. People's Bank. Working together, building success.
I'm Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division of Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started to help 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York Township Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
Welcome back to Nelsonville-York Football live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. That was Will Odenthal down for the Buckeyes, the senior captain. You hate to see one of your captains down like that. Hopefully he's okay, and hopefully he can return to the game. He's being tended to on the sideline by the trainers. Buckeyes have it for 2nd and 6 from the 8-yard line. They have great field position here as they are inside of the red zone. The handoff goes to Gautier. He breaks through the line, gets down to about the 4-yard line, I think is where they will spot him. And it will bring up a 3rd and short for the Buckeyes. Dakota Cunningham comes out onto the field, as well as Gavin Lavey. He will also come out. And Buckeyes looking to the sideline, trying to get the play, as we are 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in the first half. Buckeyes knocking on another touchdown. If they can punch this in, it will be their 6th score of the game as they go into the I formation. Sullivan hands it off to Gautier. He rushes up the middle, picks up a touchdown, and it is indeed their 6th touchdown of the evening. A nice little 3-yard run for Austin Gautier. That is his 3rd touchdown on the evening, his 2nd rushing touchdown. And it puts the Buckeyes on top 40-0 as we are under 6.5 minutes to go here in the first half. It's another great touchdown for the Buckeyes as they cap off another beautiful drive. And in to attempt the PAT for the Buckeyes. That is, trying to read the number. It's not Grant Elliott. They're bringing in their backup kicker to get some experience. And the snap is good. Hold down, kick up, and it is good. That was number 76. I don't have him on the roster.
Yeah, not sure who that was.
I'm not sure who the backup kicker is. He is not listed on the rosters that we were provided. But nonetheless, he converts it, and the Buckeyes take a 41-0 lead here late in the first half.
If they can get the lead to over 50 points, we will have an accelerated second half. Is it 50 points?
30.
Oh, it's 30.
Yeah,
oh,
it'll be. We'll have a running clock in the second half.
I don't know why I thought it was 50. But if they can maintain this lead to over 30, we'll have the running clock in the second half.
And we will kick off here. Same kicker that just converted the PAT will kick away for the Buckeyes. Deep to return for the Golden Rockets is the normal return man, Grayson Seitz. He'll let it bounce in front of him before he picks it up and is thrown down by several Buckeyes. And it will put the Golden Rockets deep in their own zone.
Yeah, and mentioned this earlier. Rusty Richards' big point of contention this past week in practice was to fix that special teams coverage, fix their penalties and their special teams returns. They've done incredible on special teams and on penalties. There hasn't been a single penalty by either team this game. And yeah, when Rusty Richards says he wants to fix something, he gets it fixed.
1st and 10 for the Golden Rockets at their own 26-yard line. In shotgun, handoff to Clarkson, and he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose about 1, maybe 2 on the play. Looked like it was Dakota Cunningham in on the tackle for the Buckeyes. So this will bring up a 2nd and 11 for the Golden Rockets as they are deep into their own territory, trailing 41-0 as we approach 5.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Motion man goes for the Golden Rockets. They throw it out wide to him. That is Grayson Seitz on the reception, and he does not make it very far. I think he will get back to the original line of scrimmage before several Buckeyes were there to take him down. So it will bring up 3rd and 11 for the Golden Rockets as they look to the sideline to get the call. Wes Briggs about to enter the huddle here and tell the team what they're doing as they face down this 3rd and 12 as they officially lose 1 yard on the reception. 2 receivers line up wide to the right, 1 to the left. In the backfield is Clarkson, and they will hand it to him. He breaks up the left side before several Buckeyes are there to prevent him getting any further. It will bring up a 4th down here for the Golden Rockets. It looked like that was Caleb Layton and Dakota Cunningham that were there to make the initial stop before other Buckeyes were there to rally and get him down. 4th and 7 from the 29-yard line for the Golden Rockets as they go into pump formation. Deep to return for the Buckeyes is Holden Hodgson and Alec Thompson.
Yeah, and we talked about how dominant Caleb Layton's been. Dakota Cunningham on defense has been the 2nd best on the team behind him with 9 tackles for loss.
The punt will bounce out of bounds right around the 42-yard line. We'll see where the refs officially spot it. They will spot it at the 46-yard line, and that is where this Buckeye offense will take over as we are under 4 minutes to play in the second quarter, trying to get another touchdown on the board as they lead 41-0. Cameron Sullivan back out at quarterback for the Buckeyes. He will have Dakota Cunningham and trying to see who else in the backfield there with him. I believe that is Noah Arnold, the sophomore, getting some touches here for the Buckeyes. And the Buckeyes take over from their own 45. 1st and 10, under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Stay with us at halftime as we will have the athletic director, Jay Klein, in the booth giving us an interview. Excited to get a chance to sit down and talk with him. There is the first flag of the game, and we will see who it is on. Probably a false start is what I would assume.
It's what it looked like. I wasn't sure if the defense jumped first or not.
The official call, false start on the Buckeyes. That'll back them up 5 yards, and that will bring up 1st and 15. Ref initially started walking the other way with it, turned around and was like, oh, wrong way. So that will officially be a 1st and 15 here for the Buckeyes. First penalty of the game for either team.
And we got 20 minutes through without a penalty. That's great.
And another flag on the play. It looks like we will have a neutral zone infraction on the Golden Rockets. That will give the 5 yards right back to the Buckeyes, and we will go back to a 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line.
Maybe they were trying to be nice.
Who
Give them
knows?
back that
Second
yardage.
penalty, one on either team. And Sullivan goes into that I formation. He's got two receivers, or check that, one receiver out wide. They hand the ball off, and that was Noah Arnold. He fumbles it, but is able to hop back onto it. And that will bring up a second down and I think about 12 for the Buckeyes. That was one thing that Coach Richards talked to me about, is trying to shore up those fumbles that his running backs have had. There is another one right there. Luckily, they were able to fall back onto it and keep possession. As we approach 3 minutes to go here in the first half, 2nd and 12 for the Buckeyes from their own 43-yard line. And they toss out wide. That is Jackson Blake on the carry, another sophomore getting some touches here for the Buckeyes. And he will pick up positive yardage and get to the 49-yard line, and it will be 3rd and about 6 yards here for the Buckeyes. I think this is probably the biggest third down that they faced all evening.
How many third downs have they even faced this evening?
Couldn't tell you. They are looking good so far this evening. They go back to that I formation, one receiver out wide to the left, and they go right back to Noah Arnold, who picks up the first down. That first fumble hasn't faced him as he picks up a first down. We have an injured Golden Rocket on the field. That is Grayson Seitz, their senior wide receiver. We will be right back with more Buckeye football.
I'm Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division of Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started to help 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York Township Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
Welcome back to Nelsonville-York football live on Total Media Sports. We still have an injured Golden Rocket down. That is Grayson Seitz. He came up holding his shoulder. He is still down, being attended to by medical staff and trainers. He is now up, and a round of applause breaks out around the stadium. Hopefully he is okay. Hopefully it's nothing serious. But he is standing up and walking off of the field as we speak. It will be 1st and 10 here for the Buckeyes. They've started getting some of these sophomore guys in the action for the Buckeyes. Noah Arnold fumbled his first carry, but he didn't let that faze him, and he ripped off 2 big runs to pick up that first down there for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, and we see that a lot. We see players mess up on this team, and then they come back and make huge plays afterwards. That's just part of the soul of this team.
As we are just over 2 minutes to play here in the first half, Buckeyes on top 41-0. They have it 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Cameron Sullivan pitches out wide. That is Jackson Blake. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard on the play. Jackson Blake, another one of those sophomores that Coach Richards is throwing in there to get varsity experience here tonight.
Yeah, that was really well covered by Wellston's defense. Probably one of the best plays we've seen from them tonight. They knew immediately it was an option and just covered it perfectly.
Stoppage on the play. Don't know exactly what they're looking at here. They are telling number 66 of Wellston that he's got to go off the field. I don't know if it's a jersey issue or what, but he is off the field, and replacing him is number 71.
Who we do not have on our roster.
So he will be out there. And the Buckeyes will have it 2nd and 11 from their own 44-yard line as we have a minute and a half to go here in the second quarter. Buckeyes in their I formation. They go right back to their sophomore running back. It was Noah Arnold, but flags came flying in, stopping the play, and there's another false start on the Buckeyes. 2nd and 16 from their own 49, or from the Wellston 49-yard line. They line up in the I formation. 2 receivers out wide to the right, 1 to the left. They fake the handoff. It is quarterback keeper Cameron Sullivan up the middle. Nobody around him. He will run all the way to the end zone for a 49-yard touchdown run, putting the Buckeyes on top 47-0 here, under a minute to go in the first half.
And that's his second huge touchdown run in this game.
That is another touchdown for the Buckeyes, their 7th of the first half. That is, as you said, Sullivan's 2nd rushing touchdown of the day.
He's at 118 rushing tonight.
On 2 carries.
2 carries.
That is just through 2 carries. Both went for touchdowns. And to kick for the Buckeyes is their backup quarterback. Or backup kicker, sorry. And the snap comes down, hold good, kick up, and it is good. Snuck it in the uprights as several Golden Rockets got into the backfield. And that puts the Buckeyes on top 48-0 as we are under a minute to play here in the first half. And we'll be right back.
Athens County football fans, Tuesday nights just got even better. It's the Athens County High School Football Coaches Show, live from the Gem Sports Bar, presented by Rocky Outdoor Gear Store on Pure Rock 105 WXTQ. Every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. Join us as we talk from coaches from across Athens County about Friday night matchups, highlight the athletes making big plays, and give you the inside scoop on high school football all season long. Be part of the action and watch the show live at the Gem Sports Bar. Enjoy great food, cold drinks, and connect with fellow fans, players, and coaches. And if you can't make it in person, tune in each week to catch every interview, preview, and highlight as Athens County High School football takes center stage. The Athens County High School Football Coaches Show, Tuesdays at 6 from the Gem Sports Bar, proudly presented by Rocky Outdoor Gear Store. A special thanks to our additional sponsors, McFadden Insurance, Tri-County Career Center, Century Farm Market, Ocking Valley Motors, and David White Services.
Welcome back to Nelsonville-York Football, live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. Buckeyes just kicked away back to the Golden Rockets after scoring their 7th touchdown of the evening. Cameron Sullivan with a 49-yard quarterback rush, picking up his 2nd touchdown of the evening. His first one was a 65-yard rush to open up the game, and that puts your Buckeyes on top 48-0 as we have 40 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Coming up at halftime, Athletic Director Jay Klein will join us in the booth, and we'll get to talk to him a little bit and get to know him a little bit, hear about his story, as I believe he graduated here from Nelsonville-York, came back, and is now the athletic director. So excited to have him come up into the booth with us as the Golden Rockets take it on 1st and 10. It was a rush right up the middle by their star running back, Josh Clarkson. And it will be 2nd and about 4 here for the Golden Rockets as we have 20 seconds to go here in the first half. Golden Rockets trying to put together something here at the end of the half.
And it's important to keep in mind that they did use their first 2 timeouts within the first 10 minutes of the game, so they only have 1 left here.
They will get the ball to start the second half. and they get one snap off before the quarter ends. And that was their star running back, Josh Clarkson, picking up a first down as time expires. And that is halftime as your Nelsonville-York Buckeyes are on top, 48-0. We'll be right back.
I'm Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division of Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started to help 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York Township Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
It takes determination to create a successful business. It's never easy, but always worth it. It takes making a leap of faith. It takes patience and late nights to reinvest in a startup. But it also takes asking for guidance from dependable people. All to turn a dream into a reality. People's Bank. Working together, building success.
Athens County football fans, Tuesday nights just got even better. It's the Athens County High School Football Coaches Show, live from the Gem Sports Bar, presented by Rocky Outdoor Gear Store on Pure Rock 105 WXTQ. Every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. Join us as we talk from coaches from across Athens County about Friday night matchups, highlight the athletes making big plays, and give you the inside scoop on high school football all season long. Be part of the action and watch the show live at the Gem Sports Bar. Enjoy great food, cold drinks, and connect with fellow fans, players, and coaches. And if you can't make it in person, tune in each week to catch every interview, preview, and highlight as Athens County High School football takes center stage. The Athens County High School Football Coaches Show, Tuesdays at 6 from the Gem Sports Bar, proudly presented by Rocky Outdoor Gear Store. A special thanks to our additional sponsors, McFadden Insurance, Tri-County Career Center, Century Farm Market, Hocking Valley Motors, and David White Services.
Check 2, 3.
All right, welcome back to Nelsonville-York Football Live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. I am joined in the booth with Nelsonville-York Athletic Director Jay Klein. How are you doing tonight, Jay?
Good. Thank you for being here, promote the kids, also everything you guys do. We're really pleased to get our kids' names out there, and you guys had a big part of that. Thank you very much.
We are excited. You graduated here from Nelsonville-York High School, right? Back in class of 1985?
I'm an old-time Buckeye, yes, sir. And it's been great. Nothing better than being here for basically 50 years now. And nothing like a Friday night at Boston Field.
I'm enjoying it so far, as I'm new to the area and excited to get, to know some people here in the community and get to experience Nelsonville-York football Friday nights here at Boston Field. Not only, you graduated and then you pretty much went right into working here, correct?
Yeah, and I taught 7th grade science at Nelsonville-York for 30 years. Done a lot of coaching, probably now right about 60 seasons, different things. I've been very blessed by this community to be able to serve, do a lot of things for people and the student athlete here. It's my home. It's a wonderful place to live, and I'm very proud to be a Buckeye. I'm standing on the giants of a lot of people here over the years. I think of Coach Boston Sr., Coach Boston Jr., Kevin Mead, all the great coaches that I was able to coach under and coach with. And we have a great culture here at Nelsonville-York.
So back in your high school days, what sports did you play for the Buckeyes?
Football and basketball, and really enjoyed that. Played for Coach Boston Sr., which was an honor, and Virgil Grandy in basketball, which was another legend and an honor. I've been just very blessed here at Nelsonville-York. That's the number one thing I would want to mention on that.
So I'm looking just back at some of your accomplishments in high school.
Okay.
And
long time ago.
You held the career interception record. You're now second on the list, but that was at 13 interceptions?
Yeah. And then don't want to talk about myself too much, but I still hold the single season record for interceptions. So I'm going to keep that. I hope somebody breaks it soon. The records were meant to be broken, and that one's been too long.
You were also named to the Nelsonville-York football 1980s All-Decade team.
Yeah, that's a great honor. Nate Dean started some things here that really emphasize our tradition, and I'm proud to be a part of that because it just is a great recognition for what Nelsonville-York has been over the years. A powerhouse.
Yeah, and not only on the football side did you have some accomplishments, but also on the basketball side. You were honorable mention All-State in 1985. That's a huge accomplishment.
Well, I appreciate that. A lot of those accomplishments, when they come as an individual thing, are wrapped within the team concept, and that's important to recognize. It certainly wasn't all me. I had some guys that I really, really loved playing with. My best friends, my 6'7" center T.L. Bentley, my other best friend Brian Bullock. Yeah, so and a guy that really helped us out that was a junior, Chuck Walter. I love all those guys, and they're the reason why I have those. So without me mentioning them, that stuff would mean nothing.
And not only did you have all those accomplishments, but you also got inducted into the Buckeye Hall of Fame here at Nelsonville-York High School.
Yeah, and again, those are great honors, and I'm happy to be in there because that's where my friends are, right? They're in the Buckeye, they're in the Hall of Fame also, and my daughter, and at some point my son will probably be in there too. So it's a family thing around here. So all friends and family, and I'm just so happy to be part of that fraternity, sorority, as we'll call it.
I'm sure that was a special night. You and your daughter inducted into the Hall of Fame, same night, class of 2020. I'm sure that was really special.
It was, and now that's an emotional evening because you get to flash back not only on yourself as far as your career as an athlete here at Nelsonville-York, but also your daughter's accomplishments, which obviously I'm more proud of those than I am of myself. And that was a great night, one of many, many that I've been blessed to have here at Nelsonville-York.
And over the years, you've had the opportunity to coach a bunch of different sports here, right? What sports have you had the pleasure of coaching here for the Buckeyes?
Well, I coach football every year, regardless if I'm actually a coach or not. Coach Richards lets me down on the sideline. I can do just about anything I want to do, and I thank him for that. But, about 25 years of coaching football, 24 years of coaching varsity basketball at Nelsonville-York, a little bit of baseball and some track thrown in, a lot of track, a lot of fun with the track and field. But it's always been about the same thing. It's about the student athlete. It's about the kids here at Nelsonville-York. And as I see, and that continues to go on through time, those are the things that last. Those are the things that are real. Those are the relationships that you make that go beyond the football field, the basketball court, etc.
And not only are you involved here at Nelsonville-York High School, but you're also big in the community, right? You're on the Village Council of Bucktown, and you help with the Bailey's Trail Committee for Wayne National Forest. Now, how do you enjoy serving in those capacities?
Well, again, I just do what I do. That's okay by me. I don't need anything from it because the only thing that lasts in this world are the things that you do for other people. It's the way I believe. And so if I'm going to live in this community, then I'm going to do something for it. And I would encourage everybody to step up and do something within your community, because if we all do a little bit, then we can make this an even greater place than it already is, because there's no place else around like Nelsonville-York School System, Nelsonville-York School District, and the Village of Bucktown. The Bailey's Trail System is going to be a great upgrade for our community. We've got $2.7 million going into a trailhead down here at the other end of Bucktown. It's going to connect into 88 miles worth of mountain bike trails. It'll be the largest mountain bike trail system east of the Mississippi River, and we're really proud of that. So a lot of things are happening. We've got some other projects on the docket for getting sidewalks up and down 78 from Nelsonville-York High School all the way down to the trailhead. That's going to be a big upgrade if we can get that done. But we're going to persevere. We're going to continue to make this school and this village and all of Nelsonville-York School System as best as we can.
what are some exciting things that are happening here at Nelsonville-York High School?
Well, there's all kinds of great things. It starts with the kids. I mean, these young people here at Nelsonville-York, I don't know how we've done it. I count on, leadership here is great. Our superintendent, Rick Edwards, our principal, Elise Steffen, all the administration here, our school board has really done a great job of helping us out and giving us a platform in which to have a great culture. There's no place else you're going. Well, you've been here a little bit. I mean, when we played Waterford earlier this year, what a game! But what a culture did we have? At the end of the game, every game here at Boston Field, our student section comes out on the field, meets our football team. They sing the fight song together. I just can't be more proud of our students and our student athletes at Nelsonville-York because of the culture that we've been able to build and the fact that we're all in this together. It makes us unique, I believe, among many places throughout the entire country.
Well, it has been a pleasure having you here in the booth with us. I'm glad you were able to make some time and talk about Nelsonville-York and the community of Bookdale. And
well, you found the right things to talk to me about. So anytime you want to talk about that, I'm willing and able, and I appreciate everything you guys do. Thank you very much.
Appreciate you coming in the booth with us. Thank you.
Go Buckeyes.
That was Jay Klein, the athletic director here at Nelsonville-York High School. We were super excited to be able to talk to him in the booth. And we'll be right back with some halftime thoughts right after these ads.
I'm Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division of Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started to help 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York Township Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
It takes determination to create a successful business. It's never easy, but always worth it. It takes making a leap of faith. It takes patience and late nights to reinvest in a startup. But it also takes asking for guidance from dependable people, all to turn a dream into a reality. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Welcome back to Nelsonville-York football live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. At halftime, your Buckeyes on top, 48-0. Go ahead and recap the scoring for you. The game opened up with a Cameron Sullivan 65-yard quarterback rush to put your Buckeyes on top, 7-0. That was 11 minutes and 41 seconds in the first quarter. That was the first play from the line of scrimmage for the Buckeyes. And on the next possession, Austin Gautier picked up a 16-yard rushing touchdown with 8 minutes and 41 seconds to go in the first half. The next score for the Buckeyes was Alex Stone picking up a – that was Walker Stone, my bad. Walker Stone picking up a 22-yard rushing touchdown, putting the Buckeyes on top 21-0. And then Walker Stone caught a 15-yard touchdown to put the Buckeyes up 28-0. And they weren't done as Austin Gautier picked up a 13-yard catch for a touchdown on the pass from Grant Elliott. The PAT was missed on that one, and that put the Buckeyes up 34-0 with 10 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the second quarter. Then Gautier picked up a 3-yard rushing touchdown to put the Buckeyes on top 41-0 with 6 minutes and 27 seconds to go in the second quarter. And then quarterback Cameron Sullivan bookended the first half with a 49-yard quarterback rush, putting the Buckeyes up 48-0 with 47 seconds to go in the second quarter. Noah, what have you seen so far from this Buckeye offense?
I have seen nothing but domination, really. They've just been able to consistently move down the field on the Wellston defense. And a few highlight stats from the first half. Alec Thompson ended up with 1 rush for about 70 yards. That was his first rush of the season. I didn't see exactly how much it was. It was around 70. Austin Gautier, 1 reception, 13 yards, 5 rushes for 29 yards. Quarterback Cameron Sullivan had 2 rushes for 128 yards and had 0 pass attempts in the first half. And then Dakota Cunningham had 2 rushes for 14 yards in the first half as well. They were spreading the ball around a lot in that first half, which is something I really like to see. I feel like it's only going to be spread around more in the second half as some of the JV players come in and sit on this lead. But, yeah, a phenomenal first half from the Buckeyes.
Just a reminder, we will have a running clock in the second half as your Buckeyes are up by a score greater than 30. That is one of the rules now in the Ohio High School Athletic Association. It is kind of a mercy rule to kind of keep these games moving, try to eliminate some injuries in these late games when they're, blowouts, as you would call them. And so, yeah, we will have a running clock here in the second half. We will expect to see a lot of Grant Elliott in at quarterback for the Buckeyes. And with him, Noah Arnold and Jackson Blake, 2 sophomore running backs, got a lot of touches there in that first half. I believe it was Noah Arnold fumbled his first, touch on the football, was able to recover it, and then rip off 2 big runs to set up the Buckeyes with great field position and pick up a first down.
Yeah, it was just sorry, lost my train of thought there. Really good recovery, and that's what we see from these guys every week. If they mess up, they make sure the coach knows it won't happen again, and that they will still contribute to this team. Very tough mentally, the Buckeyes are. They don't let small things like that get in their head and grow and get worse. They nip it in the bud, and then it's done.
Buckeyes sitting on that 48-0 lead. They will kick off to the Golden Rockets to start the second half. And when we come back, we will have second half action live from Boston Field.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
I'm Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division of Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started to help 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York Township Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
Welcome back to Nelsonville-York Football live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. We are getting ready to start the second half here as your Buckeyes will kick away to the Wellston Golden Rockets. We are live from Boston Field here in Buckdale, Ohio, on the campus of Nelsonville-York High School. We will have a running clock here in the second half as your Buckeyes are on top by a score of 48-0, and they get ready to kick away to the Golden Rockets. And the kick is away, and our second half is underway. That is Scott Davis returning for the Golden Rockets, and he gets taken down at the 35-yard line. I believe that was Noah Loge in on the tackle for the Buckeyes.
Yep, good return there for Wellston. Sets him up in a pretty decent field position.
They will have it from their own 35-yard line here to start the second half. They are in the huddle, getting ready to break and get this half underway. Coming in late to the huddle is Brandon Ireland, the sophomore lineman. And I believe in at quarterback now for the Rockets, we will see DJ Hudson, the freshman quarterback for the Golden Rockets. We will see what he can do. He hands the ball off to Achilles Ward, another freshman running back, and he gets knocked down in the backfield for a loss of 4 on the play. So that will bring up a 2nd and 14 for the Golden Rockets. Probably see a lot of backups here in the second half. Both teams probably not wanting to injure their starters, especially the Buckeyes, as they look to keep the undefeated season alive next week. Hudson lines up in the backfield. He's got 2 running backs with him. He hands it off. That is Sonny Breach, another freshman running back for the Golden Rockets. He will get about a yard on the carry, and it'll bring up 3rd and long for the Golden Rockets.
Yeah, really good job on that freshman to recover. I mean, that play was blown up immediately. 2 guys right on him. He breaks both those tackles and manages to make a little bit of something out of absolutely nothing.
Hudson lines up in shotgun. He's got 2 receivers out to his left, 1 to his right. And they keep it on the ground with Ward, who runs out wide, falls backward before getting taken down. That was, I think, was that Jackson Blake on the, no, that was, yep, that was Jackson Blake getting into the backfield, making the tackle, and causing the Golden Rockets to lose some yardage. And it'll bring up 4th and 15 for the Golden Rockets.
Another 4th and long for Wellston here. I mean, even though at this point it's a junior varsity game, you know, still something you'd want to be able to prevent as much as possible.
It's definitely got to be fun for some of these guys that, you know, play on the JV team, coming in, getting these Friday night lights actions. The stadium is pretty packed here, especially on the Buckeye side, as the punt is away. And it is a booming punt. Elliott back to return for the Buckeyes. He will let it bounce in front of him, and it will be downed at the 40-yard line. That was Aiden Arthur in there to down it for the Golden Rockets. And it will be 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes, and we will see them come out here. And I believe Elliott will be taking over at quarterback here for the Buckeyes. Excited to see him take over here in the second half. He had 1 great drive in the first half that ended in a touchdown. He had the pass completed to, I believe it was Gautier, for that 13-yard catch early in the second quarter. And he is back out there at quarterback. He's got 2 receivers out to his right, I formation, 2 guys in the backfield with him. And he hands it off to Jackson Blake, who will get back to, I believe, the original line of scrimmage before several Rockets were there to take him down.
And currently, Grant Elliott has a 100% completion percentage on this game. 3 for 3 passing, about 30 yards. I think they're going to utilize the passing game a lot more with him than they would with Sullivan. Elliott is gifted with his legs, but not as much as Sullivan is, and has a really good arm.
And they hand it off right up the middle. That was Colin Elliott, the freshman fullback, getting a touch for the Buckeyes. and he will fall forward for about 4 yards on the carry, and it'll bring up 3rd and 6 from the 45-yard line. Buckeyes continuing this drive here, their first of the second half, as we are under 7.5 minutes to play in the third quarter.
And now would be a perfect time to utilize Elliott's arm here.
They go into the I formation. 2 receivers out wide to the quarterback's right. That is Levi Snedden, and I'm not sure who the other one is. And they pitch it out wide. That is Blake. Makes one guy miss in the backfield before being tackled by several Rockets that were able to get into the backfield to take him down. And it will bring up a 4th and about 6. Well, he ended up picking up 2 yards there, 4th and 4, and the Buckeyes will punt it away. That is their first drive of the evening that did not result in points.
Yeah, and I think Wellston, although their offense had backups, I think there are still a few starters in on defense, especially on that line. Big number 76, Xander Norton, was in there. He is a senior, and he certainly is making an impact.
And the punt is away. It is a great punt, and it was fair caught by the Golden Rockets. That was Caden Sharp who made the fair catch for the Rockets. And it will be 1st and 10. The Wellston Golden Rockets have it 1st and 10 from their own 17 as we approach 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Score 48-0. Your Buckeyes on top. Snap goes. Handoff into the backfield. Several Buckeyes were there to meet him. The ball comes out, and they will rule forward progress, so they will rule him down before the ball came out. I believe that was Achilles Ward on the carry. Several Buckeyes were there to meet him, and he will lose a yard on the play, and it'll bring up 2nd and 11 for the Golden Rockets. DJ Hudson back in at quarterback for the Rockets. He is a freshman, and he is flanked in the backfield by Ward, another freshman. He's got 2 receivers out to his left, 1 to his right, and he is in shotgun, hands it right back off to Ward, who will run up the middle before being taken down by Jaden Decker. Buckeye defense getting another stop there to force a 3rd and long for this Golden Rocket offense.
Yeah, they got that hive mind defense. No matter where the ball is, there's about 10 guys to meet you there if you are on the offense against this Buckeyes defense. Just really great awareness as a group to always know where the ball is.
So it is 3rd and 8 as we approach 4.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And they pitch it out to Ward, and he runs over a Buckeye defender, and we'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. And it'll be 4th and long for the Golden Rockets. So 4th and 8 here for the Golden Rockets from their own 19-yard line.
4 minutes left in the quarter.
And I am sure we will see a punt here. Yep. Deep to return for the Buckeyes. I believe that is Elliott back there to return, standing at his own 50-yard line. He trots back. Ball bounces at the 50-yard line, and it will roll out of bounds right around the 45. And with that, we will take a break, and we will be back with more Buckeye football.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
Welcome back to Nelsonville-York football live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. We are approaching 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Elliott rolls out, completes the pass to number 15, Colin Elliott, the freshman fullback, and he will pick up about 5 yards on the reception. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Buckeyes. And that was a great reception. As we are under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter, as this clock continues to run per the OHSAA. When a team is up by 30 points in the second half, the clock will continuously run, except on timeouts and change of possession. So Buckeyes go under center here into that I formation. Elliott fakes the handoff, rolls out to his left, looks down the field, doesn't see anything, so he will keep it, pick up the first down, and that is a face mask.
Was it face mask? I thought it was a horse collar there.
Looked like he grabbed his face mask, I believe. We'll see. We will see what they officially rule it as. Yeah, it looks like they're going to call it a face mask, so that'll tack on 15 yards to the end of the carry. That is only the third penalty of the evening? Fourth?
It's been a pretty clean game.
Been a really clean game by both sides. And the official call coming from the referee. It is officially a face mask against the defense. And it will be 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes. And they will have great field position here after that face mask. As we approach a minute and a half to go here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line for the Buckeyes. That 15-yard penalty sets them up right on the verge of the red zone. Elliott goes back under center. He's got one receiver out wide to his right, one to his left. In the backfield, he's got 2 guys. And he decides to keep it on the option. Picks up a great block from his running back before he is forced out of bounds by 2 Wellston defenders. That was Caden Sharp and I believe Zane Stewart there to make the stop.
Yeah, Nelsonville's known for, Rusty Richards really likes their ability to pass or run block in their wide receivers, and with all of these substitutions late in this game, that just hasn't developed for them yet, so those outside run plays are going to be a little bit harder to execute.
Elliott picked up a great block there by Jackson Blake, who he will hand it off here to. Blake making people miss, and he will get down inside of the 5-yard line, unable to score as there were about 5 Rockets there to keep him out of the end zone. But nonetheless, it sets the Buckeyes up inside the 5-yard line. Jackson Blake made defenders miss left and right, got into they spot him down at the 2-yard line. There were about 5 defenders there to keep him out of the end zone. And that will take us to the end of the quarter. Your Buckeyes on top, 48-0. We will be right back with more Buckeye football.
I'm Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division of Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started to help 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York Township Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
Welcome back to Nelsonville-York football live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. We are at the start of the fourth quarter with your Buckeyes on top, 48-0. They have it at the Wellston 2-yard line after a great run by Jackson Blake, the sophomore running back for the Buckeyes. A late substitution coming on for the Rockets. Came sprinting in was River Wyatt. He made it just in time. Buckeyes go under center. They give it to the fullback, who falls forward for a touchdown. Touchdown, Buckeyes. I believe that was Colin Elliott, the freshman, getting a touchdown in the varsity contest.
Yeah, really, really good job as a fullback, that's exactly what you want your fullback to do. And as a freshman fullback, if you're Coach Rusty Richards, you are happy about your future right there.
You love to see some of these young guys getting into the game and getting some meaningful snaps here. And that's just big, picking up a touchdown for a youngster like that.
Yeah, I mean, gives him confidence early in his high school career. That's always a good thing.
PAT is up, and it is good. Snuck in on the upright.
It looked like it was tipped a little bit, too.
It very well might have been. It is 55-0. Your Buckeyes on top. We'll be right back with more fourth quarter action.
It takes determination to create a successful business. It's never easy, but always worth it. It takes making a leap of faith. It takes patience and late nights to reinvest in a startup. But it also takes asking for guidance from dependable people. All to turn a dream into a reality. People's Bank. Working together, building success.
Welcome back to Nelsonville-York Football live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. Your Buckeyes scored another touchdown by Colin Elliott, the freshman fullback, diving in for a 2-yard rush to put your Buckeyes on top, 55-0, as we get ready to kick away here, as we have 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Now, again, we don't have this 76, I believe, this backup kicker here. We don't have him on our rosters. We don't know his name, but he has been incredible tonight.
Kick us away. A great return here for the Golden Rockets. That was Scott Davis, the senior running back, taking that kick and setting up the Golden Rockets with fairly good field position here. They get it at their own 42-yard line, I believe, is where they're going to spot it. So that is some great starting field position here for the Wellston Golden Rockets. As we are under 11 minutes to go here in this contest. The Golden Rockets next week will travel down the road to Athens and look to take on the Bulldogs next week in a TVC Ohio matchup. They have it here 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line. Snap was a little bit low. Quarterback rolls out to his left. That is Bailey Ousley. And he completes the pass to his wide receiver, Sonny Breach, the freshman running back. And they will pick up a first down on the play. First down, Golden Rockets.
That was Jaden Meese with the tackle there. Really good play from that linebacker, right, to come in there and get that hit.
The Golden Rockets go back into the shotgun formation. And DJ Hudson back there at quarterback. He's got two receivers out wide to his left, and he will roll out to his left, and he will pick up a first down and much more. And that was number 11, Bailey Ousley. Normally plays wide receiver for the Golden Rockets, but he picks up the first down using his legs to get a great pickup there for the Golden Rockets.
Now, the Buckeyes to this point in the season have only had one shutout as they're approaching their red zone. They have allowed one touchdown in 4 games. I think it was 3 touchdowns in one game and a shutout in another. And that shutout was against River Valley, who ironically shut out Wellston last week.
And the Wellston Golden Rockets have it 1st and 10 at the Buckeye 34. Back into the shotgun. Ousley will roll out to his right. Into the backfield is a Buckeye. He breaks the tackle, but able to hold on was Jaden Decker, picking up a big sack for the Buckeyes.
I mean, to try to tackle him off of his back, and then he shakes you off, and you can grab those legs to get him down anyways, that's just incredible improvisation, playing to the moment, and doing what you need to do.
It's a big sack for the Buckeyes as we approach 8 minutes to go here in this TVC Ohio matchup. Score 55-0. Wellston at the 42-yard line. They have it 2nd and 18. Trying to see what they can do. They had 2 great runs by Ousley before he got sacked there. We will see what they do here. They drop back to pass and pressure immediately. Quarterback rolls out to his left, breaks a tackle, and will get past the line of scrimmage, I believe, for a gain of about 2 yards. And it will bring up a 3rd and long here for the Golden Rockets.
Yeah, Jaden Decker in there with that pressure. Wilson's quarterback was not going to let him get sacked by the same guy twice in a row. Really good job to cut outside and give yourself a little more space.
He'll pick up 1 yard on the rush, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 17 from the 41-yard line. As Ousley will stay out there at quarterback. He has in the backfield with him Achilles Ward, the freshman running back. Out wide to his left, he has 2 receivers. Out wide to his right, he has 1. And he will hand it to Ward, who runs up the left side, will get past the original line of scrimmage, and will officially be forced out at around the 39-yard line. And it'll bring up about a 4th and 9, I believe, here for the Golden Rockets.
If you're Wellston's head coach here, what are you looking to do here? Are you just looking to get points on the board, or are you looking for a touchdown to maybe bring yourself into next week with a little more confidence than if you had gotten completely shut out?
You got 6 minutes to go here. Might as well go for it. And that is exactly what they will do. They will leave Ousley out there at quarterback. He's got Ward lined up next to him. He's got 1 receiver out wide to his left. Rolls out to his right, looks downfield. There is pressure in the backfield, and he will get thrown out of bounds. And he will fumble it, and it will be recovered by the Buckeyes. That was Champ Schultz getting the recovery.
That's a difference of 2 yards. Still looks good on the stat sheet.
So it will be 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes. They will have it at the 43-yard line. They spotted officially at the 42. As we have 5.5 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter. Clock will start to run as the possession has officially been changed over. And here come your Buckeye offense. And I believe in at quarterback now we have Colin Elliott, the freshman.
Wonder
Or is that
the brother of
I believe that is actually Colin Elliott in the backfield and Champ Schultz at quarterback. And he will run up the right side, breaks through a hole, and gets close to the 1st down. That was Caden Sharp on the tackle for the Golden Rockets. And they will give him a 1st down, so that'll be 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes. They will have it at the 47-yard line. As we are approaching 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in this contest. Going under center for the Buckeyes is Champ Schultz. He has Elliott and I believe Blake in the backfield with him, and they go to Blake. He will run up the left side of the field, making a stiff arm before being taken out of bounds by Jack McGlynn. But that will be another 1st down for your Nelsonville-York Buckeyes.
Yeah, I know I just basically asked the same question for the other team. If you're Rusty Richards, what are you looking to do here on this drive? Are you looking to take the opportunity to see what your young guys have, or are you just trying to run the clock out?
I think you keep it on the ground here, but just see what your young guys can do, see what they're capable of here. As we are under 4 minutes to play, Grant Elliott will line up at wide receiver. Champ Schultz will stay in at quarterback. He's got Blake and Elliott in the backfield with him, and they will go back to Blake as he runs up the middle, and will get about 5 yards on the carry. And it'll bring up second down here for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, and the run game is certainly less, or it's more straightforward this week than it was last week. Last week we saw the Buckeyes trying a lot of different stuff. Do you think that's just because we've had success going up the middle and don't really need to do much else? Or do you think that's just playing it safe?
And the snap goes. It is a handoff. That is Elliott, the freshman fullback for the Buckeyes. He will fall forward, and he will pick up about a yard on the carry, and it'll bring up third down here for the Buckeyes from the Wellston 35-yard line. Officially 3rd and 3. They gave him 2 yards on the carry.
And to be clear, that was Colin Elliott, the freshman, not Grant Elliott, the sophomore.
James Schultz hands it off to Colin Elliott again, who runs over a defender before being taken down by Jack McGlynn and Sonny Breach of the Wellston Golden Rockets. They get another first down on the carry as we have 2 minutes to go here in this contest. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line for your Nelsonville-York Buckeyes. And Schultz will stay in at quarterback. Out wide to his left is Grant Elliott. Out wide to his right is Josh Okulich. And in the backfield, he has Colin Elliott and Jackson Blake. And I believe they will just go into victory formation here, and they will just kneel this clock out as that first down allows them to do that. And we will get 3 straight kneels. Buckeyes will improve to 7-0 on the season as they continue that quest for TVC Ohio, try to repeat as TVC Ohio champions, and they will just go ahead and call the game. No point in continuing to snap it. Your Buckeyes will come out on top 55-0 as the teams line up to shake hands. And we will be right back with some post-game thoughts.
Hello, I'm Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division of Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started to help 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York Township Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
It takes determination to create a successful business. It's never easy, but always worth it. It takes making a leap of faith. It takes patience and late nights to reinvest in a startup. But it also takes asking for guidance from dependable people. All to turn a dream into a reality. People's Bank. Working together, building success.
Athens County football fans, Tuesday nights just got even better. It's the Athens County High School Football Coaches Show, live from the Gem Sports Bar, presented by Rocky Outdoor Gear Store on Pure Rock 105 WXTQ. Every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. Join us as we talk from coaches from across Athens County about Friday night matchups, highlight the athletes making big plays, and give you the inside scoop on high school football all season long. Be part of the action and watch the show live at the Gem Sports Bar. Enjoy great food, cold drinks, and connect with fellow fans, players, and coaches. And if you can't make it in person, tune in each week to catch every interview, preview, and highlight as Athens County High School football takes center stage. The Athens County High School Football Coaches Show, Tuesdays at 6 from the Gem Sports Bar, proudly presented by Rocky Outdoor Gear Store. A special thanks to our additional sponsors, McFadden Insurance, Tri-County Career Center, Century Farm Market, Hocking Valley Motors, and David White Services.
Welcome back to Nelsonville-York Football, live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. Want to give a quick shout out to all of our sponsors that help make these streams possible. Rocky Outdoor Gear Store, Nick Station, Air Claws, Heating and Cooling, Farmers Bank, McFadden Insurance, Tri-County Career Center, Cajun Island at the Bridge, First National Bank, the Gem Sports Bar, Hocking Valley Motors, Qdoba, and the Lodge at Hocking College. Your Buckeyes come out on top 55-0. They will travel down to Alexander next Friday. The Wellston Golden Rockets will travel to Athens. Or actually, I believe they host Athens next week. And your Buckeyes improved to 7-0. Wellston will go to 1-6 on the season. Noah, what did you see out of this Nelsonville offense tonight?
Well, the main thing I saw was that they spread the ball around a ton in that first half and in the second half as well when they were putting in the JV players. They kept it very spread out. I mean, everyone kind of had 2 or 3 touches each, especially their big stars between Alec Thompson, Walker Stone, Austin Gautier, and Dakota Cunningham. They each only had maybe 10 touches total between all of them. So not one player dominating today, just a complete team effort at this blowout and shutout. But there was one player who definitely looked dominant on that defense, and that is number 73, Caleb Layton. Not a ton of time on the field. Naturally, that's the nature of this kind of game, but he did record, I believe, 3 or 4 tackles for losses and a sack. Just incredible work from him. He is always finding his way into the opponent's backfield.
Buckeyes had 4 different players score tonight. Cameron Sullivan scored 2 rushing touchdowns. He had one for 65 yards and the other for 49. Gautier scored 3 times for the Buckeyes. He had a 16-yard rushing touchdown, as well as a 3-yard rushing touchdown, and then a 13-yard reception from backup quarterback Grant Elliott. And then Colin Elliott getting on the board as well, picking up a 2-yard touchdown rush. And Walker Stone had a 22-yard rush and a 15-yard touchdown reception. Your Buckeyes on top, came out on top 55-0, as they are one step closer to repeating as TVC Ohio champions. Not really much to say about the game. And we will go ahead and conclude our coverage of this TVC Ohio matchup. Nelsonville-York came out on top of the Wellston Golden Rockets 55-0. For my colleague Noah Lovely, I am Ethan Reagan. You have been watching Nelsonville-York football live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. Everybody have a great night.
Thank you for watching Nelsonville-York